Hey friends, Joe the Farmer here, and looks like it's about to rain buckets on us, but I really don't care. This is the video I've been wanting to really make when it comes to the cell cams, or really to any trail cam. So earlier this year, I decided, I said, you know, I'm gonna get a bunch of new cameras out here and I wanna try them out. I'm gonna share what we think of these cameras with the viewers here on the channel. And we've had some really great experiences with some, and some of them were disappointments. I think this one's gonna be a really good experience. Now, I'm gonna tell you why. There's a manufacturer out there that makes action cameras. It's not GoPro, but that would actually be really cool. GoPro, you should think about doing game cameras. That'd be really cool. Really cool. So there's a manufacturer of action cameras out here for the hunting and fishing world, and I didn't really think that they would ever want to get into the trail camera, game camera, surveillance kind of outdoor camera kind of thing, but they did. And somehow they did it, and they made it at a price point that is incredibly affordable. It's cheaper as a cell cam than a lot of cameras are as a non-cell cam. And the monthly subscription seemed really reasonable, and that seems to be kind of the deal breaker with a lot of these things. You can afford to buy the camera, but the subscriptions are ridiculous, or vice versa. And that brings us to today. I am going to show you the newest camera in our stable or our fleet. So I have the Tactacam Reveal camera. These things are sold out just about everywhere. You can't really find them. The reviews so far are fantastic, so I'm not going to do an in-depth unboxing. I think that you can find that elsewhere. I'm just going to let you know what I think. I'm showing you some other cameras. Typically, my process is I get a camera, I show you kind of the general unboxing, what to expect in there. It's not, it's just to let you know when you open it up, what are you going to get. And the second part about what I do is I give it a week, maybe two, and then I come back to you and say, this has been our experience for the first week or two. If I need to tweak some settings or I do something wrong, I'll let you know about that. Back to the Tactacam. So this camera is a Verizon camera. Plans start at $5 a month, which is great. And looking at features, it's an LTE. You can get up to 24 megapixels. It has an LCD screen on it. It's supposed to set up very simple, very, very easy. And to me, that's everything. I'll tell you the first thing I didn't like about it when I saw it. I thought to myself, that just looks like a big gray box. I'm hoping that's not the case when we put it out in the woods, and you can kind of tell when animals start looking at something and almost alarmed. They think to themselves like, oh my gosh, what is that? That's not a tree, it's not supposed to be out here. Whereas some other things may give a flash and they look over and it's camouflage and they say, huh, wonder what that was. Without really delaying any further, would you believe I forgot my knife again? Every time I forget my knife. Be right back. The ultimate knife. I really do forget my knife every time. Okay, so we're gonna do the ultra professional tailgate unboxing. No cool lights, it kind of is what it is. Friends, sometimes you do what you gotta do. So let's take a look at this thing. All right, so we have the Tactacam Reveal. Again, it's a Verizon camera, just a big gray box, which I don't love. I like it when they're camo, I like it when they're more disguised than this, but if the function is as good as people say it is, and the picture quality is as good as people say it is, it's okay, we can live with it. As we unbox it, there's a tab. Awesome. It's a big old antenna. Look at the size of that thing. I've got big old hands, and it's like a weapon. That's huge. And that's it. There's not a whole lot to it. Opening it up, it takes a whole lot of batteries. But what's cool about this, again, it has the screen on there. So you can actually check your pictures when you're in there. Setup should be easy, I hope. But let's see. The StealthCam Fusion was by far the easiest thing I've ever set up. That was an amazing update the StealthCam did, because their cameras, as I said before, StealthCam used to have really confusing setup procedures or setup settings. But man, that RF thing that you just scan, that was awesome. Fantastic job on that. But this one looks like it's going to be a little bit more in depth. So I'm going to put you on hold. I'm going to put some batteries in here, and this time I'm actually trying something else out also. This time I'm going to try lithium batteries. Now, lithium batteries are a lot more expensive. I don't love that, but the thing about a lithium battery versus the Energizer Max, which I usually use, the Energizer Max usually says that they won't leak for at least 2 years. Lithium batteries are supposed to never leak. So if you buy something expensive like this that you want to keep it in good shape, you know, by not having batteries leak in it, that should be a good thing, especially with extreme heat and extreme cold like we have here in Tennessee. Okay, now that we have the batteries in there, we need to put the antenna on. Finally, we're going to need an SD card. I'm going to use a high quality SD. It's a micro SD with an adapter on it, but this is 32 gigabytes. So I'm hoping I'm not going to be checking this thing very often or looking at it very often. Physically, I'll be looking at the pictures, of course. All right, so go to setup. See if I can help you see this a little better. So it does have a pretty nice screen on there. Okay, so I got the Tactacam set up. I have plenty of bars on 4G, which is pretty amazing. We don't typically have this kind of service here, so maybe this big old antenna is doing a good job. But really, I mean, it was incredibly simple. What I did was I went into the menu, and I'm sorry that you can't really see this that well. I wonder if taking this little protector off would help, because there's definitely a glare for being outside. It's really overcast, and again, it's going to start raining any second. But what you do is you go into menu, and I hope you can see this, and then when you go to 4G, you go to QR code, and when you push OK, a QR code pops up, and then you just scan it with your phone with the app. Really simple. It was actually just like the Tactacam Fusion. So, you know, fantastic way to set this thing up. Really, really cool. And, you know, the fit and finish of it, this does not feel as high quality as like the Browning cameras did or the Tactacam Fusion. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be completely honest in these kinds of reviews. It does feel a little chintzier. There's a lot more, you know, cheap plastic on it. But some of the good things, it does have a 12-volt adapter on it, which is really, really nice. It does have these pedestals where you can mount the tree-mounted things that I like to use. These guys right here, because these are fantastic, just put into a tree or a post, and, you know, very simple to mount it. So overall, let's see how the picture quality is. Let's see how this thing does out in the field. And, you know, at the end of the day, I want it to have quality. I want it to last a while. You know, I look for things like these nice gaskets around there. There is a very solid seal when you close it, but you can almost hear on here how, you know, this is not the highest quality thing out there. So will this last as long as the Brownings or the Tactacams? I don't know. So I'll go ahead and drop a video in here where you could see us putting the camera out. We're going to put this on the food plot. Some of the Browning cameras that we have that we're doing reviews on, I'm not getting enough pictures. I know there's more deer and more activity there than what I'm getting pictures of. I'm not really pleased with that, but maybe it's something I'm doing with the settings, but it's definitely something we'll show you on the follow-up video. What's amazing is that back here, absolutely full service. Good job, Tactacam. All right, so that's the setup. We have the Tactacam here. We have the Wild Game Innovation switch. And Jeff Sturgis, one thing that I learned from him on his channel is that if you spray the back of your cameras with permethrin, it'll keep some of the ants from living in your cameras.
I like that fun fact. One of my cameras you gave me has a wonderful ant hive living in the camera. It's wonderful.
It's always a good day when you have Guido riding along. So anyway, friends, this is the Tactacam Reveal. This is probably the most excited we are about a cell cam out here on this property because the reviews have been fantastic. We read reviews, I watch reviews. I like to do them just because I like to give my opinion and kind of what our take is on our property. But, you know, we're excited about getting this thing out there and trying it out. As far as the cell plan goes, I opted for $13 a month and it's unlimited pictures. I can back that down. It's month to month, so there's no real commitment there. But you know, as you're setting these things up, I kind of go higher on the first month because if I do 500 pictures or 100 pictures, there's going to be no doubt 15 pictures of this thing taking pictures of you right now on the GoPro. So anyway, I appreciate y'all for watching my videos and thank you all for subscribing. Thank you for coming along with me on this journey. It's been so much fun getting comments and talking with all of you, and you know, please continue doing that. I love that part of this. With that said, I'm Joe the Farmer. We appreciate y'all for watching. We out.